welcome back to the Let It Eat podcast. Thank you for watching, everyone. It is me, William, with my brother from another mother, Tyler, and Ryan. Is back.
My brother from the same mother.
Brother from the same mother.
Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe. We always appreciate it. Also, follow us on Instagram at Let It Eat Podcast.
The Let It Eat Podcast.
We've been putting up some gaming stuff on this channel. It's been doing really well, so we got more coming your way.
We got 2 episodes edited together, so we're doing our first edited stuff, which is interesting.
Yes. Now, streaming-wise, we're just... Games right now are atrocious.
They suck.
So I don't know if it's best that we stream right now.
I'm gonna get Desert Bus. That's how bad this shit is.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The other night, and Tyler can contest to this, I was thinking of deleting Fortnite to play Goat Simulator. That's how bad it was. I actually did look at I Am Bread as well. So it was bad.
I thought Goat Simulator was going to be you're just Tom Brady for the day, but it wasn't. It was a goat.
But not only is it bad in the gaming front, but it's bad just in like daily life. On Wednesday, I had to at my job. I opened the store.
Yeah.
So I woke up at 5:30.
Keys to the castle. This guy.
Exactly. 5:30, I wake up. I take a shower. I go to work. I get in at 6.
Did you take a poop?
6:30. I did not.
Not ready for the day.
No, someone else did. That was the issue.
Ooh.
I go in, right? Everything's going smooth. We have an extra cashier in the morning.
Yeah.
So writing the schedule normally takes me about an hour and a half. I was done 10 minutes. Easy, right?
Yeah.
I was flowing.
Big time.
Cigarettes were stocked. Everything was good.
That's
everything
important.
was printed. Right, Mr. Newport over here. Everything was just flawless. I thought to myself, I was like, "It's a good morning, right?" I'm always stressed out when I open. Then I look, I see a crackhead lady walking by, doing her little crackhead lady things.
Yeah, as they do.
As they do.
Right.
And I was like, well, all right, well, she didn't do anything, so it's like, whatever, day's still going good.
Your existence bothers me, but there really isn't anything wrong with it.
Your presence disturbs me.
Well, and then she came up to the desk like 10 minutes later, right?
Yeah.
With the 2 teeth.
Yeah.
And was like, hey.
Dick scrapers.
And I was like.
She had the 7-10 split going on in her mouth.
Pretty much.
It's called Dick Scrapers.
Fucking like all the stores and shit.
Good name for a band.
She's like, hey, Dick Scrapers. Hey, my boyfriend is in the bathroom, and he's in the stall.
Bandaging up his dick.
And I was like, okay. He's like, he said someone is shitting in the urinal.
Nice.
And I was like,
That's more legendary than taking a double decker.
And she's like, yeah, just so you know. She walked away. I was like, she's fucking with me, right? So I go in, I open the door, and there's just a steaming pile of shit in the urinal.
Now, was there toilet paper on top of it or no?
No,
just a fresh
guy was in the stall. Guy came in, was like, fuck it, and just had to go.
You gotta go.
I told my store manager. He checks cameras before putting up anything in front of the door.
Yeah.
So people are walking in constantly, coming out and telling me. I'm pretending to be like, oh, and I go tell my manager again.
Yucky!
And then he goes, my store manager actually picked it up. He put on 2 masks.
You got to. You gotta get that shit out of there.
If you're not a manager, you're not like...
And you know what? On the third person, I would have been like, yeah, we know.
7:45 a.m.
Want to cut the act.
7:45 a.m.
Yeah, we're leaving it there.
Hey, man. Morning dump. You didn't... someone took it for the both of you.
But at least I had to deal with that ordeal.
Would you rather that or on the floor?
I mean, I'd take either over being stuck in a Russian prison for fucking a weed pen.
Ooh, good one.
Which brings us to today's conversation. Thank you for joining us again back at the table. It's kind of hard to ignore this story now because it's pretty much everywhere you look. The Brittney Griner situation in Russia. Mm-hmm. If you haven't been following this, let's fill you in on a couple of things here. So she went to Russia in February to play in some kind of league there.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yep.
She's been in Russian custody since February when detained at... Let me make sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. I'm going to try. Sheremetyevo Airport. That's pretty close.
I was pretty close to what I said.
Yeah, that's pretty close. For less than a gram of the oil, the cannabis oil.
Hold on. You forgot why she even was going there. Not just to play in that league, but to earn extra money because she can't make enough money over here, so she went to go play in that league. For extra money, just saying.
So support for her started in early March, and in June the WNBA named her an honorary All-Stars from CBS Sports. She's pretty much my age. Her birthday's in October, but she's 31 currently, so it's kind of weird to think about. This is interesting. Seeing her walk with the guards all the time, like, of course you're tall because you're playing basketball. She's 6'9".
Yeah.
She's 6'9",
nice.
205 pounds, wears a size 17, and she's the center for the Phoenix Mercury.
I'd climb that mountain.
Right. Well, she's into chicks, and she's married. So
I would not climb that mountain.
I don't think you're even going to be allowed on the gondola to even approach.
So I guess it's safe to say, since she got 9 years, she's pretty much retired from the WNBA.
Right? She get outside when she's 40?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Right? All right, so here's my first problem with all of this, okay? When you're, and it's not just her, it's anybody. When you're traveling to a different country, and listen, I'm not the smartest guy in the fucking world in this room, but even I would know it's common sense that says, hey, maybe learn up on like a little bit of the rules or laws over there.
She's been going for the last 3 years too, apparently. So you figured she would know.
But she doesn't go to Britain and drive on the right side of the road. Like, this is how. Like, no, you follow the laws of the place.
Right.
Like, just do the fucking right thing.
It reminds me of Euro Trip when they're on the double decker and then they're in France and then they're on the other side.
But it's anywhere. Like, go to like a business. Like, there's always like you can't go smoke in a hotel. You can't go smoke in a grocery store.
I'm about to not be able to smoke on the beach. I throw my cigarette butts away.
But what I'm saying is, anywhere you go, there's different rules and law, and especially when you're going to a different country.
And because they have the same not the same laws on like weed and shit as here, but it's the same it's illegal.
Right.
And if you're going through customs. Like, what the fuck are you do? Like, do you think just because you're an athlete, they'll just,
I think there's some entitlement.
I think there's some I'm starting to think, maybe. It's almost like that whole, don't you know who I am? Like, I'm an American.
Well, not just that, but they propped her up to, this all-star, great, and WNBA player, so she feels like, oh, I could, do whatever I want. Like, she's like the LeBron James of that league is what I assume.
But even countries over there, like how you were saying about the rules and laws of places out there. Was it Singapore? I think it is. If you are caught doing drugs, you're dead.
I think Dubai is the same
death
way
sentence.
too. Right. Dubai is the same way too.
And everyone's just, but what kills me is everyone's.
Which is why you should never trust a hippie.
Never trust a hippie. It's a good album. But everyone's so focused on oh, she got 9 years for this. And it's if you look introspectively, in the U.S., 38-year-old Alan Russell is currently serving a life sentence after being convicted for having 1.5 ounces of weed on him.
Thank you. His
appeal was denied last year.
I was going to say, I got this from Forbes. An estimated over 40,000 are incarcerated for marijuana offenses, even as the overall legal cannabis industry is booming and cannabis companies are making healthy profits.
Right.
Now, I do want to know, are those that are incarcerated, was that before the legalization? You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of them were.
Right, a lot of them were, so it's all right,
isn't correct.
Right, let's drop it. I agree with you.
He's doing 40 years while he's mailing letters to his family who's proudly fucking smoking because they can.
Well, that was when I showed you guys Layer Cake. When he was talking about, he's like, I'm not a gangster. I'm a businessman whose commodity happens to be cocaine. Dudes are in the joint for holding up a place while, some hippy-dippy dude's only doing, he was talking about the money he was making before he got busted. And they're like, we're in the wrong fucking game, mate.
Right. So just think of this. So she plays for the Phoenix Mercury. And if she were to have...
Sounds like a car.
More than
Lincoln, right?
1 ounce of that fucking oil share, whatever. It's a $300 fine.
In Phoenix?
Yeah,
in
Arizona.
Wow, okay, I didn't know that.
So
that's probably why she was so
there's right, but hold on. But you have to be responsible. You have to learn.
For sure.
Because I hate to break the news to you people. Well, no.
Raising awareness,
First of
bro.
all, every country's fucking different. They play by different rules.
Shit, the states do now too, don't they?
Right, but
Well, they always
the
have.
United States, Russia doesn't have the same rules as the United States. China doesn't have the same laws and rules as the United States. And I think a lot of people take that for granted. They all think because everyone's like, oh, everyone's the same.
I'm an
and
American.
They just take that for granted.
That's another thing, though.
That's a target. I would not be saying that to people. If
She
I
was
was
like shitting on America while she was playing, which I do not care about. That's my point. Is
you say whatever you want, but then
just fuck, like, the dead Kennedy shirt is perfect for this, because it's like, if you're gonna shit on America for whatever practice or like whatever your reason is, exactly, keep that same fucking view. Don't get yourself in trouble and then turn
cry
around
for help.
Exactly. Be a hypocrite.
Like fucking get me out. It's like, no, if it's fuck you now, it's fuck you then.
Do you?
Like, keep the same
I
shit.
got a question. Do you think now that because she's been over there for what, a couple months,
Since
right?
February.
Already locked in. Do you think that? And she may not come out in a minute ever, but do you think in her own mind that she has a little bit more appreciation now of what she has, over what she had here?
Certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got it, but at the same time, I feel like there is a resentment that's like, the resentment she had is also growing because she didn't get out. So, because like,
That's not.
weren't they like offering someone?
I've got some news for that. July 27th. This is from CBS Sports. Dun, 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 dun. CNN reported the U.S. has offered to exchange convicted Russian arms trafficker Viktor Bout as part of a potential deal to release Griner and a corporate security director, Paul Whelan. That same day, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, I wish his name was Abe, said publicly that the U.S. government put a substantial proposal on the table, didn't confirm the reports regarding Bout. Also, according to CNN, the Russian government replied to the U.S.'s initial offer by requesting that convicted murderer Vadim Krasikov also be added to the proposed swap. This is what is difficult about this one, though. Krasikov was convicted of murder in Germany last year and is still in German custody.
So why are they asking for it? Like,
right, you need a third party over here, and then put the two together. I mean,
it actually is like a trade deal in sports. You
right.
Someone from over here, you get a draft pick from over here.
That's not a great deal.
No, it sucks.
Some guy that is like, that is an illegal arms dealer who's in Russia. So guess who it is? You think, I mean, mind you, all the shit that we left when we left Afghanistan, but who do you think he's selling to? Who do you think the Russians have been selling since the 90s? The Afghanis, the Pakistanis, India.
I'm surprised that the administration didn't actually go forward with that.
I am as well.
Because honestly, with the clown show, and I don't give a fuck, it's a clown show. The current administration is a clown show.
Every administration is a clown show.
But this one especially, okay? This one especially. I'm very surprised actually that he didn't go forward with it, which he shouldn't. Because let me. If you got arrested and locked up in Russia, do you think that anyone's fucking trying to make a deal to get you out of it?
When I
don't think so.
Been in trouble. All right, Dad bailed me out once, and that was on a violation of probation. On the second time I got arrested.
Oh.
First time I got arrested, you go ahead and sit there. You go ahead and sit. And that was before I was 18, but they charged me as an adult.
I figured it would have been the other way around.
Yeah, right? No, you go ahead and figure it,
Yeah, so I'm kind of glad that they didn't trade for her. Because I don't think...
I haven't been back since, I was... It's been 10 years!
But
go me!
But this reminded me of that Otto Warmbier, who went to Korea. went to Korea and tried to steal like a propaganda picture.
Yeah. It was a fake orange from a supermarket.
Yeah.
They had, you know how they have the fake.
So that shit from The Interview, that movie with Seth Rogen and James Franco, that was legit?
Part of it.
Okay. Oh my
Yeah.
That's why they're not.
It was like a fake orange.
Oh my goodness.
But so. And they tried. He got sent.
He's unmasking the illusion.
15 years of hard labor. He got sentenced over there. So and that was just trying to. And he was over there for like a church.
For labor, you take big rocks and make into little rocks. So can I take a break? Sure. With break, you get whipped while pulling cart with teeth.
And it wasn't even like playing. It wasn't playing sports. It wasn't over there to make money. He was just there in a fucking religious like, oh, let's all whatever the fuck. And
he needs the hard labor.
And they got him out. They were able to trade, but that's because he was so ill. He got so ill for reasons.
I'm sure the conditions aren't great.
But I think we all know. And
fake.
Korea openly sent him back to us, and he died a week later.
Wow.
But we forget that, and you're going to Russia, especially during this time.
I was going to say this is such a power play. That was such a bad faith gesture about the murderer too, but go ahead.
But people forget that Russia is still in war with Ukraine. Like that's still going on.
I'm starting to feel you on that, where like this is to funnel money through something, like, because what are we? The story's changed like 8 different times of why we've attacked. Putin's got a tumor. It's for freedom. The Ukrainians were terrorists, so that's why we went in. The U.S. has biolabs. That's why we went in. Hunter Biden's cocaine is there. I don't know.
It's a funnel.
Yeah, right.
It's a funnel.
Who knows
It's
why?
a distraction.
Right.
Well, they just want their Soviet power back, whatever. Like, because they used to have Ukraine, so they want more stuff.
It's like Hitler, man. The Lebensraum.
If that's what they really wanted, they could have done it. This could have been done months ago.
They could have squashed
it. They gotta be careful because of nukes and shit. But
who?
Russia.
Everyone.
Like everyone's got.
Russia's got nukes.
Right.
So do we, but anyone pushes
and Russia's backed up by China. So why are they worried about pissing Ukraine? If they really wanted to take that over, just think about it. Logistics.
Right.
If they really wanted to take it over, they can.
But depending on how aggressive they are,
they're being pretty aggressive.
Right.
According to the media.
You don't think any of this is fishy? Like this is just normal shit.
If they were ultra aggressive to the point of just taking over the country as quickly as possible, that would.
It would have already happened.
It would inflict such a larger pushback from the other world. If they delay it to the point where people forget about it and they stop caring about it, they stop seeing it in the media, then they can quietly just.
Okay,
I see that angle too. I am understanding where both views are coming from. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing. First of all, the United States is no longer a threat. Do you see we have Grandpa in the White House? Okay.
Well,
no.
He didn't budge.
This is legit.
He didn't budge on. I don't like him. I don't like any president. But he didn't budge on giving them a war criminal or giving them he didn't budge on this shit.
Which I'm surprised, but that doesn't justify.
I think they were going to until they decided they wanted to throw in.
I'm pretty sure Putin said no. He wanted to make an example. I think that's what it is. I think they really because they picked this guy for a reason.
Fucking dunked on her, bro.
Right, Putin dunked on that bitch.
She's 6'9".
So
that's impressive.
I can't wait for the new Space Jam.
He jumped off a bear and just.
Here's the thing that people need to understand, and they need to realize: Russia and China are working together. We are no longer feared anywhere. We're not. Okay, and especially with who we have in our office right now, it's a joke. If you watch any other news station from Europe, any other country, we're a comedy show.
We've always been that.
I was going to say, speaking of which,
we've always been that way.
Speaking of which, and the clown show of every administration.
That's a good name for an album.
Donnie can't fucking shut his mouth. He never fucking can. Now can he?
Good old D. Trump.
Trump, a potentially spoiled person. Potentially spoiled. I don't want to make judgments, but I'm just going to say. Like, he's not fucking potentially spoiled. Went to Russia, loaded up with drugs. He sounds like Mom. Right. When I would come home after smoking a joint in high school and she'd be like, you're at it, what did I go wrong? And I'm like, would you settle the fuck down already?
What? Trump, He's
taking a comment on her because he wanted to take credit for the Leangelo Ball situation in 2016 when he got busted for stealing a pair of $15 sunglasses in China.
Again, just
China!
Stupid.
So, yeah, and guess what? He wanted a thank you, and LeVar Ball wasn't going to give him a fucking thank you because the deal was already made for him to come home before the administration ever got involved. And Trump was trying to bump himself up like he cut the deal.
So what does that have to do with this?
He should, I'm just saying, he's interjecting himself into the conversation. I'm just trying to show you that administration was equally as much of a clown show when it comes to garbage like this.
Yeah? Well,
either doing nothing or not, or taking credit for shit that you didn't fucking do.
As a clown show as you think it was, which I think I can make arguments that this is a worse administration than the last one. I tell you this, at least our country economy ran pretty damn well, and guess what? None of this fucking Russian shit was going on. We shut Korea's missile shit down.
And then
everybody forgets all that shit.
And then fucking Wuhan.
Oh yeah, we want to talk about that.
Then we went to Wuhan.
So, okay. So,
all right, wait. Before we go on, I have a question. If you guys, because you're shitting on this administration, he's shitting on last administration, I'm shitting on all the administrations.
I'm shitting on all. I was just pointing that out.
What would you do if you were the administration? If you had the power, would you make that deal?
No.
It's a damn good deal. Would you make that deal?
No.
I wouldn't make that fucking deal.
No, and not only that, but
I wouldn't make the deal.
I don't care if it's Tom fucking Brady.
If you were to make
that changes things.
No, it doesn't.
If it was Tom Brady, I would be there.
No.
I would get Jim Hopper and Joyce Byers.
No.
We would fly all the way over with Yuri.
This is the difference. Because if you, let's just say Tom Brady did get, if you did do that, I'm telling you.
That's playing the favorite. Right. It sets the precedent. You can get anything you want out of us if we have somebody of yours. I get it. I'm just joking.
If you're somewhat valuable.
Right.
Because if Joe Blow down the street did the exact same thing, do you think anyone's making a fucking trade for him?
Right. Think about all the Americans that are locked up abroad anyway, and what? Because you can throw a basketball through a hoop that you're so fucking special?
There's also a Marine who was arrested for, I think it was CBD ointment. It was what he hates. He doesn't like drugs. The guy stated he does not like drugs. It was for something to do with his joints.
It's not a drug. It's a flower.
And he had it, and so he's still in prison now. So they didn't. U.S. Marine they didn't care about.
It doesn't. Listen, when you go to a different country, they have different standards and rules. And if you, for whatever reason, you don't research, follow up, anything like that, it's really on you.
It's
really on you.
You own weapons, right?
Yeah.
Our dad used to work for a guy, who owned guns and would keep his gun in a lockbox in his car. And when you'd have to travel to other states, because he would have a little padlock on it too, and sometimes it had it, sometimes it didn't. My dad just casually asked, because he's not a gun guy, but he understands and respects the amendment and the right to bear arms. But he's like, you got it. Yes, that's what Putin believes in. But he's like, sometimes you got the lock, sometimes you don't. And he's like, well, it depends on where I am. Because last week I was in New York. If I got to go through New York, you got to have a lock on it as well. That's just an additional thing that's added on. There's an addendum here.
And if you don't, guess what?
You're in fucking trouble.
And you get caught.
I will say though, one thing is it wasn't like what she was doing was legal here. It was obviously less. Was it's a fine, whatever.
In Arizona, she would have been fined. She wouldn't have even been fined for what she had.
Yeah, probably.
But at the same time, it's still
That's what I mean. That's enough of this fucking crusade against marijuana.
But it doesn't go
every country.
Illegal. It was all the way illegal. So she wasn't. It wasn't like she made an error.
You could have none, right?
It was you shouldn't have this at all.
I have a quote from her when she took the stand, because she pled guilty so that she could get a conviction, so that they could make this deal that apparently didn't go through.
That sucks.
Right? She pled guilty, yet insisted she had no intent to break any Russian law. Well, I mean...
Breaking American law.
Yeah. Her explanation may not have much bearing in Russian court, as Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman, here we go again, Maria Zakharova.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Moose and Skvel.
That sounds good.
Reportedly said that the legalization of cannabis in the U.S. has no impact on Russian laws. Exactly what you guys have been saying.
And when and I'm pretty sure, and I forgot where I heard this from. I heard it from some podcast or whatever. It could have been Andrew Schultz or something. I don't fucking know. But when you go into that airport, or just any of those, like Dubai, any of like the hardcore drug strict
type countries, yeah.
places, they have fucking signs all over the fucking place.
In English?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, no, I think they do as well. They could because tourists.
It's a circle and a line through like a needle and a pill.
Right.
I can figure that out.
That you cannot bring any of that shit in.
And you said she'd been before.
3 times.
So she fucking knows.
Even India has strict
You would think,
no
because if she
policy.
if she had gotten through the other 2 previous times, I'm sure she used it, while she was there, and someone maybe,
or maybe she didn't have it at all on her, and then thought, it's like, well, fuck it, man. Like,
we could speculate till the sun comes
I think
up.
she just felt entitled, to be honest, because or either that, or you're just so fucking lost that you just think that everyone plays by the same rules, and that
I will say it does sound like something that I would do.
Like maybe she was just like,
I can sneak this in. And be like, yeah, we're good.
No,
right? And you're like, fuck.
Especially, listen, if you're going to fucking, France or Germany or where, okay, whatever. But
definitely Germany.
You're
You're
going
good
to
to go.
fucking Russia, really? You really want to take a chance on that? And then when you get busted, and then woe is me. Oh my god.
I do wonder if she's gonna be in a nice cell, or if they're gonna
I don't think they have nice
She's
cells.
been
I don't
reported
think they
that
have
she
nice cells.
seems to be in decent spirits, and her demeanor is okay.
think they'll give her shock therapy or
I have
something.
no idea, man.
I really
She's
don't.
gonna have to face the Demogorgon.
Really don't care. This is what she deserves. But so I did do some more research on so she originally went there to earn more money.
Get that bag,
Right?
bro.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch WNBA. I can give 2 shits about WNBA. I don't give a fuck what anybody's. I just don't
don't
follow
even
it.
watch the
I was about to
NBA.
say, I don't like the
But
NBA.
guess what? A lot of people
Boring.
don't really watch the NBA, especially all these feminists and
The
women out
WNBA.
there.
WNBA or the NBA?
The WNBA.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Whatever.
I mean, they don't watch the NBA either.
So the WNBA, all right, they bring in about $50-60 million a year. Okay, just the NBA almost triples that. So
I figured it would have been smaller of a fraction, honestly.
So she
Double on you.
signed a 3-year deal worth $664,500.
I'll take that deal. It's
Okay.
a damn good deal.
Now you might be like, oh my God, woe was her, whatever. They only play 36 games a year.
Not for over half.
Really?
They only play 36 games a year.
I didn't even know how long it was scheduled.
Wow.
Yeah, 36 games a year. Their average fans for I don't know, I think they have 12 teams in the league. I think so. It's very small.
I know of the Mercury. That's it.
They average 2,000 to 7,000 fans.
Oh, it's like a Rays game.
I'm pretty sure there's more isn't there more feminists than that out there? Why aren't women? Why aren't you supporting your ladies?
Right.
Right? Why aren't you supporting your
And you know
ladies?
what I think it does come down to? Because there are lots of women that love sports. There are lots of women that play sports, that come up through school playing sports, that have a love of the game and things like that. Overall, I just don't think women are as interested in sports as men are. And that's okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. But
if they are,
that doesn't mean that
they want to see hot guys if they are. They don't want to see. Well, I'm serious.
It's true.
They don't
I remember
see,
being at a high school football game with my then girlfriend who was commenting on how cute all the football players' butts looked in there.
Just think about it. If a woman likes football,
I know why you're here.
Is she going to watch the NFL and see Tony Romo play? Or is she going to watch the fucking Lingerie Football League? Or fucking softball or whatever.
I watched the Puppy Bowl.
The stats are there. An average NBA game has 17,000 fans.
Right, and they're all going fucking nuts. The feminists show up to the NBA games, remember? I was telling you about the owner of the Timberwolves?
Right.
He had to call his chickens because they were sick, and she's gluing herself to the fucking board, and the women that all came out with their tits painted green for some reason. It was just bizarre.
Bill Burr, who just did release a special on Netflix.
Live at Red Rock.
At Red Rock. He made the perfect comparison calling out the feminists for the NBA games.
He really did.
Where's the women, flashing their
if you want to make more money in that arena, you need to sell more tickets.
Well,
I used to be in a band in high school and a little shortly after high school. Yeah, sure, there's a
But that's
promoter
the
for the bar,
hypocrisy.
but you need to make posters. You need to get the word out because your cut the bar is going to take the majority of it.
Right.
So your cut ends up being on how many people did you bring out?
And you get paid on door sales.
Yeah.
Like,
and guess what? Sometimes I got paid in beer, and I was totally fine.
And they're owned by most of those teams are owned by NBA teams.
Right. It's a subsidized league.
Right.
Like he said, man. We gave you your own league, and you don't even fucking support it.
Exactly.
So how mad can we really be that you're not making as much?
Well, I mean,
if there isn't as much money in that
Because I could have sworn I saw more than 7,000 fans wearing pussy hats marching down the streets. Right? I could have sworn that. I don't see you going to WNBA games.
Well,
I saw more than that on January 6th.
Right?
We do need, like, as much as, like, obviously women's supporting it would help a lot, men's supporting it does help. So, Tyler, we're going to give you a little knowledge test, if you don't mind. We're going to teach you about the WNBA.
Fuck. All I know besides Griner is Cheryl Swoops from when I was, like, God, what?
Go ahead, put that as a shot collar.
You know what? One other thing.
Put that on while you talk a little bit.
One other quick thing is I remember looking. She wasn't even the highest paid player. She's not even the highest paid player in the WNBA. There's some point guard that makes more than her. But again, $664,000.
Fuck you, dude.
For 36 games. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, but I don't know. Still, I love the hypocrisy of it, and like I said, that's what she deserves. To be honest, I really don't feel bad for her.
Why do I have this on?
I don't know. I don't know either.
This is happening in Russia.
Oh, okay. So look, you guys get a little taste.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
All right, so your challenge is name that team. I'm going to give you a city.
The Mercury! No.
I'm going to give you a city, and I'm going to give you a multiple choice of 3 names for that team.
Fuck my life.
And you are going to pick the correct name, or you're going to get shocked.
I hate this fucking show.
Shit.
Atlanta, Georgia. Is it the Atlanta Dream, the Atlanta Sky, or the Atlanta Sun?
Shit.
Don't
play!
Oh.
I can feel my heartbeat and, like, everything. I'm gonna say Dream.
You're correct! The Atlanta Dream. Isn't that nice?
That sounded like some female shit, man. The other two sounded like a fucking newspaper, the Atlanta Sun.
Alright.
That and the fucking, some of the small football leagues that they try to bring up, they have the dumbest names.
Is it the Los Angeles Sparks, the Los Angeles Aces, or the Los Angeles Wings?
Sparks.
Correct!
Just because the shot caller.
He's 2 for 2, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
trying to help you, buddy. You need
He's
to
doing pretty
I
well.
don't need any help.
Alright.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Is it the
The
Indiana Sky, the Indiana Fever, or the Indiana Mystics?
I guess the first one on the last two, I'm gonna guess Mystics, the last one.
That wasn't it.
Wasn't it? What was it?
It was not. It is the Indiana Fever.
God damn
Oh, what?
I felt so
That's
confident.
stupid.
Are we done?
One more.
Damn it!
That's stupid.
You gave me so much confidence when you started nodding, I thought we were good.
Is it the Minnesota Storm, the Minnesota Lynx, or the Minnesota Liberty?
Lynx?
Dumb.
Correct.
I'm pretty good at this.
Now, Liberty is the New York Liberty. Which
I
is
did
actually a
worse.
pretty good name.
I did worse on shock therapy.
And it's pretty bad.
Do you guys think now more people are gonna watch the WNBA now because of this shit?
I hope so.
Maybe.
Why not?
Yeah.
You've been paying this close attention to the story. If you're watching this as well, and you've been, oh my goodness, because it's about this story, you're definitely interested.
Nice.
And maybe,
So why not
Bill
go ahead and
Burr's
watch?
Well, actually, because he was pointing out, like, how Will was saying, like, you gotta support women. where women
Women don't. We talked about that on the last episode, that they just love to rip each other apart.
Look at all the Housewives show. All they do is fucking rip each other apart,
tear each other down.
Yeah, tear each other down.
Maybe that bit and maybe this whole situation will allow people to recognize, like, hey, we got to do this instead.
No,
I don't think
ingrained. So. Look, men and women
are different.
Both,
that.
Okay, but we both love drama, different kinds of drama. Men like that. It's fucking fourth down, 3 seconds left. We're throwing a Hail Mary. The defense is playing center field. We're going to fucking give it our all, and we're going to go for it. And we're going to, like Michigan, we're going to lateral forever until we can fucking make it. And that's the drama, the intensity, the suspense. Right. And then it's either a huge letdown or an enormous upset. And you're like, wow, oh my goodness. Women love the drama of Housewives, the Kardashians, what fucking...
Now here, that could just be like
whatever pop culture thing is.
How about this?
Right? Have they ingrained the women to like this and the men to like that? I don't know.
How about this? How about all these men athletes who can't do well in the NBA transition and go play in the WNBA? Right? Why the fuck not? Hey?
I don't have a good name for it. Never mind.
Maybe if LeBron James can't win another championship, he can transition and go win some in WNBA.
This is true.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's just a thought.
Queen James is a possibility.
Queen James.
I wonder if there is like
good name for that.
That is
what, and the WNBA?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, there isn't.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
But you don't have to.
It's the women's NBA.
Look, it's really what you feel inside. So, I mean, you don't really have to give the appearance. Just if you feel like a woman, go play in the WNBA. Right?
I feel like the ball.
So why not?
Can I just get, manhandled by all these big women? That'd be awesome. These Amazonian women, yeah.
I will tell you, the Lingerie Football League now, that is something to
watch.
watch.
Make me bark like a dog.
Lingerie Football League.
Yeah, you never seen that? The lingerie ball?
They're in fucking thongs and pads, dude, and those line
won't they get like fucking bruised up?
They have like exposed. It's flag.
They got flags, but they got pads and shit. But dude, those line women. Let me tell you something, dude. Thick thighs save lives. Let me tell you that, dude. So yeah, any other thoughts, opinions, anything like that?
Not really.
About it.
The general consensus of today's
They should all go topless. Maybe that'll bring in more viewers if they play topless.
I'd watch that.
Right?
General consensus.
I'm just trying to help out the league.
But then I get yelled at because then you're only watching it because they're topless. No fucking shit.
Well,
I'm watching
like
it.
I said,
the ratings are good.
I don't see the women going there.
Right?
So
Tom Brady is very handsome. I mean, they love Tommy too.
I'm just saying.
Not that one picture I got though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we'll show you that after. There was an Instagram post he put up, a picture of him. And the picture of him and Tony Dungy was really terrifying as well. If you've never seen that.
It looks like his Botox.
Tony Dungy, like, I swear, he looks like he's been, like, gonna die any second now for, like, the past 40 years.
That would make me very sad.
He looks like he's a sneeze away from death. I'm just saying, he looks ill.
Sneeze away from death is a great album.
He looks ill all the time.
I know. I love Tony Dungy, man. I really do.
I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, I've read his books. When his son committed suicide, I was just like... Because I was going through a lot of depressive episodes in high school at the time when it happened. I thought of my parents. I know. But some people take it to that degree, and I was, close on a few of those. So, you never know, man.
Well...
my heart went out to him when that happened, but he doesn't know me, so it really didn't matter.
Right.
So,
the moral of the story is if you travel, especially to dangerous countries...
Legalize it!
No.
Yes.
You need to learn their fucking rules.
Fuck the rules.
And the laws.
Local WNBA.
Let it eat!
That's what Brittney Griner, whatever her fucking name is. That's what she said.
Brittney Griner.
Brittney Griner, whatever the fuck. Look, that's what happened.
Hashtag free Brittney again. Here we go again.
She said fuck it, and look what happened.
Again.
She said fuck it, look what happened.
I know. Look at my track record. I say fuck it way too much.
Support your local WNBA team and please.
What's our local
for the love of
WNBA
God,
team?
I don't think we have one.
Is there a Miami? Is there a Jacksonville?
Don't shit in the
Jacksonville Jaguars. There we go.
Just don't shit in the urinal.
Don't shit in the urinal.
That's all I gotta say, man. Don't fucking shit in the urinal.
Mm-hmm. You're not above the law. That's all I gotta say. Well, unless if you're Nancy Pelosi's husband. That's it. Sorry. That's all I got.
Moose and Squirrel.
Goodbye, everybody.